Hi Libra, welcome to BohoMystic. My name is Marinelly, and today we're doing your October 2025 reading. Your meditation was quite beautiful. Very interesting, and it left me with a very peaceful, the word is somber feeling, but it's not a sadness. It's a rite of passage. That's what it is. So I started out seeing what I first thought was like a telescope lens. And then I realized it was like a zoom lens because it kept coming out and out and out, right? So I could see how it kept going further and further, extending further and further. And then I'm like, oh, they're really looking at something, right? They're looking at the fine details. And then I thought introspection. But then it zooms me into an eyeball. And I come out of this eyeball and I realize it's an eyeball of a frog, a green frog. So I'm like, oh, how cute. And this green frog then jumps into water, leaps into water, springs into the water. And then on its back, there's what I first thought was a cricket, like catching a ride on top of this frog in the water. Then that turns into a turtle on the back of the frog. Then the turtle is in the water. And then it seemed like the frog then was on top of the turtle, gliding, like catching a ride. And that frog transforms into a hare, like a rabbit, right? But specifically a hare. And it leaps off of what was then a turtle that was carrying it in the water. And it morphs into a lion who jumps onto land and walks away. So I am definitely thinking, my dear Libra, you are experiencing a rite of passage. You are experiencing, or you will be experiencing in October, a transformation of sorts, of truly looking within, of that introspection, right? With that lens that dominated the beginning of the meditation. And there's that renewal and healing that only a frog can bring, and the different life cycles that a frog goes through. So again, it's a rite of passage. That's all I'm getting. All right. So I never even started with my beginning spiel. So if you've been here before, welcome back, guys. If you're new here, I would love for you guys to join the family. And let's get into this reading. I can feel it. I can feel it's going to be powerful, beautiful, and quite poignant. Libra, this is your season, your birthday season. For most of you, right? So October should have some really beautiful things in store for you. All right, let's get your oracle cards. For Libra, please. All right, that's 3. Holy moly, we're already starting off big. We have Order of Melchizedek. Embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. Wow. Mission uncovered. Is that what's happening to you? Are you discovering your mission? Discovering a new facet to yourself? Looking within and realizing there's parts of you unknown? How interesting is that? Because I picked out the sci-fi tarot for you today. It was very specific, and I knew that that was the deck for you. And then I got that telescope, that lens, that telephoting lens. Are you seeing past an exterior to yourself and realizing you're capable of much more? It's like walking through a portal. All right, I'm going to need my glasses later, I'm sure. And I also pulled out a crystal deck just to see if there's a crystal that may help you in the month of October with the energy, with processing, with getting through the month. So let's see what comes out. For the Libra Collective, please, Spirit. May I get a card for the Libra Collective? All right, we have 2. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have clear quartz. I need my glasses. I feel like there's a reverence. I feel like my energy is in a reverent tone. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Let me look up the Order of Melchizedek. I got the book. I feel like the bottom of the decks are where you're coming from. So I want to see what the book has to say about this Order of Melchizedek. Here we go. Embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. Melchizedek, whose name means King of Righteousness, is the first high priest mentioned in the Bible, the one who initiated all the great teachers that followed him. He is an ancient gatekeeper of the light who is dedicated to helping all those walking the spiritual path to take the initiatory steps to align with the light. The best way to describe this great being is as a wizard. When you invoke him, you will feel the presence of a loving and angelic grandfather who wants to guide you to your greatness. The Order of Melchizedek, which was mentioned by Jesus in the New Testament, is a divine order of very high-frequency light beings, angels, and masters who are working together as an energetic force dedicated to bringing a greater balance of masculine and feminine energies. Balance. Just like you. By connecting with these cosmic beings, we give permission for our energy to be upgraded by light and to light, so that we can become an even greater vessel of purpose in the world. All right, this is the message, your message. You've learned so much, and we are now recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought you. The Order of Melchizedek is coming to you today to encourage you to continue on this pathway and not give up. Even in moments of darkness and fear, there is an opportunity for you to share your light. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's imperative for you to know you're not alone. Light is with you and within you. And by invoking spiritual support, you will be able to muster up the strength, courage, and focus you need to surmount whatever challenges you face. You know, I think this rite of passage, and I'm going to keep calling it that because that's exactly what I heard and what I understood everything to be. There's a lot of growth pains and growth from this transition. And I think that you are highly protected and guided, but you are also becoming a more light-filled, higher frequency being yourself. And I think that is your up-leveling. Wow. Okay, let's get back to the stones. So we had clear quartz as the bottom, on the bottom of the deck. The crystal for bringing the body into balance. Again, balance. I think that you are coming into your own this season, this Libra season that October encompasses. And you are balancing, and you are not only balancing, you are fully forming your ideals and thoughts and matching them against your hopes and dreams, your desires. So crystal quartz, it's a master healer. The vibration is earthy to exceptionally high. It purifies and amplifies energy, working in harmony with each individual using it. It doubles the biomagnetic field around the body and takes energy back to the most perfect state possible. Well, this would help to ground you. Help ground you in seeking your balance. Especially if you feel like you are emotionally swaying in one direction or another. The crystal is a master healer, so you can use it for any condition. It stimulates the immune system and returns the body to balance, harmonizing the chakras and aligning the subtle bodies with the physical. Brings clarity, improves focus, and unlocks memories. Raises consciousness, enhances psychic abilities, and attunes you to your spiritual purpose. Yeah. I think October is going to be quite significant for you, Libra. I still feel that reverence. And I don't know if that's because you feel a reverence for something or someone that you're learning and experiencing right now. A reverence for your spiritual awakening. Or it's me feeling a reverence for your change, for the process that you are undergoing now, for this transformation of who you are. It could be both. But I feel like you're tender and you're delicate right now. And I want to have kid gloves working with you. You may be very high vibrational right now and you are experiencing big fluctuations in your emotional state. But you keep going, and you should, because you're like at a breakthrough almost. You're like in a breakthrough point. What did I say in the beginning? I'm going to get a card from here. This is my deck. It's the Sunlit Path. It's actually been, the decks have been actually shipped already, so it's really exciting for me, and more information will be coming on this deck. I feel like I'm swimming in your aura. I feel like I'm experiencing maybe even a haze of what you're feeling. Like a haze of, it's like coming up for air. You're looking to come up for air soon. You're being birthed soon. Interesting. All right, Spirit. Can I get a card or two? All righty. Oh my gosh. The Justice card. Oh. Anything else, Spirit? I guess. All right, I'll take those. Libra, you are all over this reading. You know, when I was getting ready to come down and do readings, I asked Spirit who's next, and I heard Libra and Gemini. I said, oh, okay. That was it. Libra and Gemini. Othala at the bottom of the deck. Home, family, identity of place and culture, ancestors, legacies, stripping to core self, core identity. Yeah. Present day house or land, present day family matters. I think that you are returning to you. I think you are uncovering memories of who you are. I said something about seeing or meeting a part of you that you've never met before, or seeing a part of you, or unearthing a part of you that is so old and so nascent to the universe. that it's like, and you're trying to process that. It's like stripping away everything that you knew and know about everything, about yourself, about your, this could be a true awakening for someone, right? It's like the recognition and understanding of the other, the birthing of a new spiritual decree, I heard, and how to live, right? And it's figuring out how to live then in this new faith, in this new belief system, with this new understanding of who you truly are and what your place is in this world, in this universe. You know, that you are all and all is you. And it is very overwhelming when it happens. You know, I just got a 3D example of this. If we take it out of the spiritual, the 5D, meeting someone or joining a group of people or being accepted into a friend group, finding your soul tribe, and then all of a sudden realizing what you've known to be true is no longer true, or really wasn't even true to begin with. It's like finding your place, finding your people, finding yourself so at home with amongst these people. It redefines who you are and how you view yourself. You may have felt like a fish out of water for a long time, unbalanced, and you just find the right pond that is perfectly balanced just for you. Underneath that, we have shadow work. Oh, have you been doing shadow work? Have you been integrating parts of yourself that you've suppressed for years? Are you speaking to your higher self now? Are you aware of your higher self now? Ansus, yeah. Eloquence, divine communication, truth and flow of wisdom, networking, communication, and power of words. This is a new belief system. This is a new... Oh my goodness. Thur says, you have all the runes. Warrior spirit, defense while taking action, reactive power, change, conflict, challenge, pushing through, yang energy. This is the balance, and with the order of Melchizedek, they were talking about the balancing of divine feminine and divine masculine. Very, very, very beautiful. All right, we're going to tease more out of this, hon. I'm going to do one of these emotion cards just to get an idea for the month of October, what kind of emotions we're looking at. For Libra, please, Spirit. Can we get a card for the Libra Collective? I guess that's the one. Bottom of the deck, we've confused. Yeah, I can see that. I feel like I'm underwater. And I feel like you feel like you may be underwater. Like I said, hazy. Feeling bewildered or unclear, not sure what to do. Yeah, when you learn something big, when you integrate something really big, you have to get your bearings. You really don't know where to go. Do you turn right? Do you turn left? Yes, you have a truth. You have a clarity of understanding or a belief. And that's the human aspect. To take all of those disparate ideas and balancing them and figuring out how to live with them in the 3D. And that's what you're doing. And you've got this. You're Libra. All right, so let's do a simple spread, and I'm going to get a few charms for you. All right, for Libra, please, for the month of October 2025. All right, I guess those two. So that's current energy, past energy that's influenced it, what you should let go of, what you should focus on, and moving forward at the end of the month. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. I love when the cards just corroborate everything that we've been piecing together up till now. Yeah, it's you having to look within, right? With that telescoping lens. It's that introspection. It's that quieting yourself and moving towards what you know is to be true. At the edge of the vast sea of space, she looked inward. Absolutely. 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 Underneath here we have, all right, this is the Suit of Wands. Oh, this is the Three of Wands. This is you moving in that direction. What we were just saying. Standing on the precipice. Absolutely. You are having a call to action, and you're making the decision of, hey, where do I go? Figuring it out and moving in that direction. Where are you going? What will you do once you get there? I think those are the questions you're asking yourself. A journey into the unknown. A light on the horizon calls to you. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. All of the above, Libra. It's like you are done equivocating, feeling sad for yourself, feeling held and tied down by human strappings that you no longer care about. And you're moving towards this new truth, this new understanding, this new awakening, with all you've got. I mean, you're working though to do it. So it's balancing, it's understanding, it's trial and error, it's realizing you don't know everything and continuing the studies, and this is you cutting your teeth in whatever this new in this new version of yourself. All right, let me get a couple charms for you. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, I love this one. This is the surrendering soldier. Yeah, I mean, this is really self-explanatory. This is you. It's like you're not fighting. You're not fighting that call, right? In the Three of Wands. A light on the horizon calls to you. You are surrendering to that light, and you're just allowing yourself. You're not questioning it anymore, and you're done deceiving yourself regarding what it is that you know is to be true. The World card right underneath that. Holy moly, yes. The days of you doubting who you are and what you are and what you know is to be true are done. It's now you honestly accepting. It's you honestly accepting. I don't know why that sounds weird to me, but that's what I'm getting. You honestly accepting who you are and not making excuses for it anymore. All right, so what else do we have here? Oh my gosh, what did I say? You honestly accepting your new belief systems, your new self, right? And then in my ring, which this ring in larger spreads tells me where to focus on and what's happening right now. And this is literally right around the rainbow and my gymnast. You are done bending over backwards and being something and someone you're not. I love this one. You are no longer bending over backwards. You are seeking that enlightenment. You are balancing your chakras. You are believing in all of this because you just know it to be true, and you're done. You are done trying to fit in. But there is a part of this where you're done lying to yourself that you don't want this. Whatever this is, you're done trying to convince yourself you don't want this. And the last one we have here is, oh my God, it's the Eight of Cups. Wow, I think we could have just done this entire reading with the charms. So everything, yeah, this is amazing. You are leaving behind what you've built or what you thought to have been enough for you or true to you, to what you want and what will bring you joy and what completes you moving forward. Wow. So let's take a look at these oracle cards. Crystal Skull Wisdom. Clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. I knew I was called to use this deck for a reason. Crown chakra upgrade. Oh, hun. Divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. Some of you truly may have experienced divine connection. An undeniable connection to the divine, to source, to the universe. Knowing unequivocally that the universe is speaking to you. That you can't ignore that knocking on the door anymore. Ooh, then we have chrysocolla, the crystal for truthfulness and impartiality. Holy moly, guys. Libra. The collective that I am reading for is undergoing a huge spiritual revolution. Huge. You are becoming and going to be clearly empowered in October. I don't really have examples for like a 3D experience yet. I don't know if I'll be able to tease one out, but I do know that the collectives that I pull into this channel are on an ascension path and on an awakening path. And I'm honored. I am truly honored by that. Because I'm willing to speak about it and I'm willing to go there with you. So, yeah. Okay. You are in your power. You are coming to your power. What did I say? Rite of passage. You are, I finally remembered what I said. Rite of passage. October will be your rite of passage to claiming your power. Chrysocolla, the crystal for truthfulness and impartiality. Vibration is earthy. Wow, you have a lot of earth. The other crystal was an earthy one too. Maybe this is a call for you to ground. Because I had you in my meditation in water. I had you in the stars, of course, with the lens and the telescope. But at the end, we had that lion leap from that hair, transmogrify from that hair onto land. And maybe that's what we need for you to do, to balance yourself, to ground yourself, is to be out in nature. Find ways to ground yourself, especially working with your chakras, because that's also been made mention here a couple times. Facilitating, so heartfelt communication, facilitating verbal expression. Again, verbal expression with the Ansus, which is divine communication. Chrysocolla empowers both sexes. Wow. Again, divine feminine, balancing divine feminine, divine masculine. That's what we're here to do, to integrate the dualism, seeing and understanding the duality and integrating them. Chrysocolla empowers both sexes to communicate in a clear and loving way. This stone encourages self-awareness and inner balance, invoking inner strength to speak your truth. It transmutes negative energy, helping scars on the emotional body. It alleviates guilt and brings joy, easing judgmentalism, especially of yourself, and encourages compassion to all. Chrysocolla helps you to love yourself, vital if you are to accept love from others. So, 3D example, this could be you doing true shadow work. This could be you delving deep with a therapist, a mental health counselor regarding past trauma. This could be you unearthing memories that have been blocked. And again, reintegrating those parts of yourself, in your psyche. This could be you unearthing, more pain and processing it from a more healed stand, from a more healed place. This is you handling more truth about yourself without the fear of becoming completely unbalanced emotionally. And then we have banded agate, the crystal for multi-dimensional healing. Well, just exactly what I just said. Again, vibrations earthy. We need to make sure you're grounding yourself. Get out in nature as much as possible. Banded agate is a tie releaser for the third eye. It quickly cuts mental cords to a guru, partner, or parent who capitalizes on previous connection to retain manipulative control in the present. Whoa. Replenishing energy lost in such situations. Banded agate returns the coercing energy to its source and frees the person to live life as they wish. Yeah, this is some intense shadow work. This is you intense inner child work. This is you allowing the guilt and ties to a narcissistic parent fall away. This is feeling sorry and feeling bad for the child that you were and not for the parent. This is you taking back your own power for that child. Showing the love that you may not have had as a child to that child, to you, to your inner child. You may be writing a letter to yourself, or that may be a good idea for you to do. Write a letter to your inner child and tell them how much you love them and how proud you are of them and how far they've gotten in life. Tell them all the things that you wanted to hear when you were a child. How beautiful you were, how smart you were, how funny you are. All those things that you didn't hear. Tell them this, because that is so healing and that catapults your healing. Guys, and then we have the Justice card. Here you are in your own reading, showing up, showing strong, and saying, hey, I'm not defeated. I know my worth. I am due this win. I am due this breakthrough. I am due. I just got entanglement. This entanglement. Are you breaking free from the entanglements? It's like you're figuring out how to break free from those emotional entanglements that have kept you down, that have tied themselves around you and not let you move forward in life. I'm going to read you a little bit from here. balanced outcome, fair and just, karmic justice, legal matters and justice system, need for balance, satisfaction, seeking truth, making an honest and balanced evaluation, receiving an honest and balanced evaluation. I think you're going to be experiencing that type of frequency, that type of energetic frequency. You're going to see things in your favor. You're going to be a justice warrior for yourself. You're handing justice to yourself. And that's an action of self-compassion and self-love. All right. Oh my gosh. Then we have Willow, which is the sun. Sun, success, victory, inner wisdom, health, vitality, life force, energy, and optimism. You are having breakthrough upon breakthrough in October. You are taking it upon yourself to go step by step towards being this radiant, more healed version of yourself. But I keep feeling like you're saying, nope, no more lying. No more lying to myself about my desires, or that I don't have needs, or that my needs are met when they're not. It's saying no, enough is enough. I have to put myself as a priority. I have to make myself a priority. And I think it's being somewhat forced upon you. This awakening, I think, has been knocking at your door for a while, and you've been ignoring it. And I think you're just, again, you've decided to surrender to it. Surrender to the need to be more, do more, experience more, welcome more in your life. Oh my God. So Willow, the sun, and then the sun card. Holy moly, I'm telling you, oh my goodness. Talk about reverence. I truly have reverence for you guys right now. I truly, truly do. Wow. Holy moly. Ooh. You have scaled those mountains in the background, and you have seen the glory of the sun. You have met the sun at its highest peak, and you will. Ruled by the sun, yes. Bringer of life, divine masculine, success, happiness, health, and vitality. Health and vitality again, right? Harmony, burning brightly, clarity, exposure of truths and details. I do think that you're going to be uncovering a lot of truths about yourself, your family, your past, because the sun not only is happy-go-lucky, it shows everything, right? Imperfections and all. So you may end up seeing and exposing things that are difficult to swallow, but you know that you have to work through. And that will bring you one step closer to that more healed version of yourself. This is glorious. Absolutely glorious. I wish I was a Libra this year. Wow. Blissful is the emotion card you have for October. Some of you are having a true awakening. And experiencing bliss is amazing. Feeling extremely happy or full of joy. Oh, he's a little cloud. It is at times so fleeting, but so impactful and so powerful in your life that it gives you enough courage. It gives you enough momentum. It gives you enough desire, fuel to keep going. And if you do experience bliss this month, It is such a gift. And I hope that it feeds your soul. And I hope it fills your tank to just continue on the spiritual path. So let's take a look at your tarot then. What's the energy for the month of October 2025? The Six of Pentacles. Yes, it's amazing. It was an astounding act of charity that would change history, but what did it mean? It looks like an alien race, right? Giving a pentacle to a person of the human race. I think this is the gift, the gift of knowledge, the gift of, it's that activation from the universe that you are receiving. It's that understanding of how to process what you are learning, what you are uncovering, what the sun and the light is shining on. So what past energy has been influencing this? The Death card. Yeah, it's your transformation. I'm telling you, you have had a huge death and rebirth, and that growth, that interpersonal growth and personal growth that you've been experiencing these past few months that's been in my readings, have brought you through this death and rebirth, this transformation of who you are. And really, it's knowing what you can handle. It's you stepping up to the plate when you didn't want to. It was you cutting ties and cords with people that you knew weren't good for you anymore. And holding your ground and erecting boundaries and enforcing those boundaries. That was your transformation, and that is what's bringing you to this evolution on your spiritual path. So what should you let go of in the month of October? Temperance. That's amazing. Finding life's balance. What I just got is the impatience. Realizing and understanding that because this is divine timing. No one ever wants to hear that. And letting go of the idea that you can affect divine timing, right? It's that surrendering. Letting go of you thinking that you have power over this is going to be the best thing for you, because you don't. No matter how much you are giving this process, it will move at its own pace. It's a hard lesson to learn. Healing takes time, and it's so multifaceted. And you may balance one area of your life and then you're out of balance in another. You may erect boundaries that are definitely necessary in one part of your life, but then you misuse them in other areas. I mean, it is so multifaceted that in the end, it's just best to surrender to the fact that you are on this path. You have surrendered to this path, and now you have to let this path take you at its own pace. So what should you focus on then in the month of October? The Ace of Wands. Yeah. Seeing what it is that you want to do now. Taking this new version of yourself, this new healed version of yourself, this new integrated version of yourself for a test drive. Seeing those desires pop up and moving in that direction. You've balanced and are balancing your divine masculine, your divine feminine. What does that mean? That means you're calling in your chariot. So let that chariot take you in new directions, right? You also had the Eight of Cups here. Go follow where your heart is leading you to. Go follow where the light is leading you to. Take that baton. Let that fire stoke your inner flame and move in that direction. Amazing. So what are we looking at then for the end of the month? Where are you heading? Three of Cups. Absolutely. Oh, All I'm seeing is a celebration. The three graces of Dimension Q, sisters, friends, and masters of revels. And this is you joining the order of Melchizedek. It's mastering this. I love that. And masters of revels. It's you going in the direction and building your cups again. Building what you love again. Learning to love again, right? The Ace of Cups. Opening yourself up to love in a new way. Love yourself in a new way. We had so much self-care and self-love here and self-actualization. It's amazing. You know, finding that union with yourself, that divine union within yourself. And that breeds more love, that creates more love that you then can give others, right? With the Three of Cups. You know, follow and create a new cycle of love in your life. Let your heart lead the way. Let your heart lead the way. If you notice, we don't have any swords here. And I think it's very poignant. Except the Two of Swords. And this was the surrendering. This was the surrendering. And then you had Wands, the Three of Wands. You are being asked to embrace the other elements. And then we had every single stone was an earth energy stone. I think you're asked to become the magician in your life. You're asked to start manifesting. You are being asked to start manifesting. Because what does a magician do? They have access and they wield all the elements. You're being given the water, you're being given the wand, and you're being guided to use the energy of earth. And you've already accessed and you're being guided to surrender from the swords. Because you've had plenty of swords. This is, again, opening up yourself to accessing parts of you that you haven't done before. Welcoming parts of you that you have never met before. And learning how to integrate all these aspects together. Wield that power justly. And move forward in the direction of where your heart is leading you. Start manifesting and visualizing what you want moving forward. Because you are highly vibrational, and I think that you are quite powerful right now. And I think that's going to affect and catapult your manifestations and visualizations into high gear. You are in your power. You may not even realize it. Because I think you're considering this as shadow work. You're considering this as your day-to-day balancing and figuring out. And I think that you are realizing that you're not as easily triggered as in the past, or that you can handle more stress than you have in the past. Like, I do see that you see your improvement in those areas, but I don't know if you truly understand the enormous growth that has meant in your life, in your spiritual path. But you are going to. Because I think that you're going to have a moment, a blinding moment, a moment of the blinding truth that you are leaps and bounds of where you were in the past. I send you all my love and light. I ask for your protection because this is a very, very, again, like I said, I feel like you're delicate right now. And I don't want you to be overwhelmed by all the energy that's coming your way. Cleanse. Maybe get a few of these stones. You know, ask Mother Gaia when you're grounding to protect you, to hold you safe and sound, because she will. I would love to hear from you guys. And till the next one. Bye.